Hello and welcome to the Restricted Area Podcast, where today we discuss NBA preseason award predictions and give our predictions on the NBA Finals before the season starts. As a reminder, you can hear this podcast the day before you can see it on YouTube by checking out Amazon, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And to get you all started, I'm your host, Alex Perez, joined by producer Colton Smith and co host Ben Miller. How we doing, fellas?
Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good. Overall, it was a good weekend. Got to watch some football, watch some NASCAR, but one of the most beautiful times of the year, basketball is officially back, and really looking forward to watching a great NBA season, and of course, college basketball. But yeah, we're talking about NBA today, of course. But yeah, glad basketball's back.
Basketball is back, baby. What more can I say? A beautiful time of the year with all the sports, like Ben said. Also, just a beautiful time of the year outside with the with fall and the leaves changing and whatnot. So, yeah, it's a great time. I think this is my favorite time of year. It's just everything wrapping up. I've been following baseball a little bit, watching college football a ton. Actually, NFL is kind of taking a back seat. I'm not gonna lie. It has nothing to do with the Bengals and what's going on there. Even though they've been doing good, so maybe I'll walk back in. But yeah, it's been quite a few weeks here for me, and we're back. NBA's back, guys. The people watching this tonight, there will be basketball played. Let's get it.
Yes,
I'm so
sir.
excited. Like you said, the best time of the year, in my opinion, weather-wise. It just finally got out of the 80-degree weather in northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. Um, they were very excited over here about the Bengals, as you said. I was not so excited as a Steelers fan, but it's not a football show; it's a basketball show, so I don't have to talk about that. But yeah, very excited about NBA starting tomorrow and the Lakers winning the championship, obviously. Um, anyways, we'll go ahead and start with our NBA awards predictions with the season tipping off tomorrow. So we will go first with Coach of the Year. Colton, who do you got?
I was really high on this team in our last video when we were previewing that division. I'm going with Mike Brown. I think the Knicks are going to be the 1 seed in the East. It'll be close with the Cavs. It could go either way, but I think if as long as they get that 1 seed in the East, and there's going to be a huge turnaround from this team, and they take another level with an actual bench existing and all of that. So yeah, give me Mike Brown as my coach of the year. And do you want me to go ahead and give dark horse, or we want to go through and then give our dark horse? I should clarify that.
Let's just go through and then we'll go back and do our dark horses.
All right, sounds good.
All right. All right, so for my coach of the year, gentlemen, I got Jamal Mosley from the Magic. I feel like the Magic they're going to be projected to be, or excuse me, to make a big leap this season. Potentially winning more than 50 games this season, and I feel like they're going to be a top three team in the Eastern Conference. And I feel like this is going to be a much improved offense. The team has focused on playing faster this offseason, adding scoring and more outside scoring with players like Desmond Bain, which can make a great impact on the offense. And they have an established defense, which has been top tier the last 2 years, creating a balanced two-way team. I feel like that's definitely going to be important. And Mosley has built a team with significant depth, and which is crucial for a long season, and has overseen the development of the team's young core, and as the team's overall success will reflect on his coaching for sure. But yeah, I got Mosley for my coach of the year. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what the Magic can do this year.
I was very interested to hear your all's picks. I did not know if we would be unanimous on this, but we almost were. I went Mike Brown as well. I do feel he is in a great spot for what he does. He's coached 10 seasons. You could argue 11, but one of those seasons was only 5 games. In those 10 seasons, he's only been below 500 twice. Very impressive. In each season allowed to coach the full season, he's had at least 45 wins. In many of those seasons, much more. So impressive totals there. He was the coach for the Cavs in the finals when their second best player was Adrunas Ilgauskas. So I think, needless to say, he gets the best out of his players. And now coaching a deep Knicks team in a weak East, I think he'll have an amazing year. Not really much else to say. They'll do what they did last year, if not even better, because they improved on their bench. So I'm
Mhm.
excited to see what the Knicks team does. So, as Colton mentioned, we are also giving our dark horses because I forgot to mention that. So, Colton, who do you have dark horse here?
So I do want to circle back to Mike Brown, and I do want to add that I feel like the coach of the year a lot of times is kind of a comeback story, right, or a come out of nowhere story. So you have Mike Brown getting fired. Otherwise, I'd probably have Mark Daigneault as my coach of the year, and that could still very well happen if the Thunder go out and win 70 games, which is very much possible. They were 2 away last season, but still my point stands is like it's always a comeback story, it seems like. And I guess I kind of go in the same vein here with Quinn Snyder. I think that's my dark horse pick for coach of the year. If they're able to get to a top 3 seed and win 50 plus games, I think he's definitely a candidate for it. And maybe that's not even all it takes, but regardless, I think Quinn Snyder's actually won coach of the year before, if I'm not mistaken,
I think so.
with the Jazz. And we saw him go to the Hawks, and I thought that was a match made in heaven. It hasn't quite worked out yet, but if there's any year it's going to work, it's going to be this year. And I think this is where he could possibly get it done. So on an outside chance, give me Quinn Snyder leading the Hawks to a top 3 seed and winning Coach of the Year.
I like it. I like it. All right, so my dark horse for coach of the year, I'm going with Mitch Johnson. I feel like going into this season with the Spurs, there's going to be a potential leap in the standings after finishing 32 and 45 last season. I mean, he's definitely played a big role in Wemby's success. I mean, he's been his shooting coach. And he's been credited with playing a significant part in his development as a player. And any leap Wembanyama makes this year will make a impact in Johnson's coaching. And he's had successful late. He was successful in the at the end of the season last year, but yeah, despite losing Wendy, I feel like San Antonio they're going to have a good year, and they also finished second in offensive efficiency. So yeah, they definitely ended the year on a high note, despite not having the best record and missing the playoffs, of course. But yeah, I got Mitch Johnson for my dark horse for coach of the year.
I like that one a lot.
Mhm.
For me, it's just one who is always consistent, no matter what his team looks like. And this year's team looks bad. Give me Eric Spoelstra as my dark horse. There's really no consistency except at the very top of the East. So if somehow he coaches out of his mind and gets his players playing the best that they can, and they slide somehow into the 4 or 5 spot, I think you almost have to give it to him at that point, even though it is a weak East. With that roster that he has to lead, it's a little rough. So if he's able to do anything remotely relevant, I think he deserves it. And then we will move on now to sixth man of the year. Colton, who's your pick?
Well, Logan's not here, so you won't get to smile as I say it, but I'm going with Alex Caruso. I think this Thunder team could win 70 games. I don't see why not, but regardless, I think they're going to be 1 or 2 in the West. And I think accordingly, the sixth man of the year tends to be a guy on a competing team. You typically a top 3. I think when I looked at it last year, they're all top 5 or top 4 in the NBA. So I think who's the sixth man on the Thunder? It rotates from time to time, but pretty consistently, I feel like it's Alex Caruso. So give me the Caruso to stamp his legacy with the sixth man of the year in OKC.
I would love
All
that.
right.
Anyways, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I definitely like that too. Great pick right there, Colton. But yeah, I'm gonna for my sixth man of the year, I'm going with Josh Hart for the Knicks. I feel like a bench role can maximize his high energy. Um, Move to a second unit will allow him to play with more energy, leveraging his elite playmaking and rebounding. This new role will help him be more disruptive. His high level production in points, rebounds, and assists make him a strong candidate for this award, in my opinion. But yeah, he shows up. He has elite clutch performances. Consistently makes tough shots late in the shot clock, and making him a go-to player in the second unit in crucial situations for the Knicks. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see what Josh Hart can do from the bench this year. And overall, just looking forward to seeing what the Knicks have to do, or what the Knicks do this year, and to try to be a threat in the East. But yeah, I feel like with Josh Hart, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on him for sure to see how well he performs off the bench for New York. So yeah, give me Hart for my sixth man of the year.
May I ask, did there something come out that Hart's going to be playing off the bench, like with Mike Brown, or because I thought he started most of last year.
He did start most of last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But either way, like he has come off the bench before, and it's very possible that Jordan Clarkson can slide into that starting role. So that's why I didn't pick either one of these here, because there's so much versatility that could be in that position.
Because we're not to dark horse yet, so I'll wait. Alex, who do you got as your man?
My sixth man of the year is Ty Jerome, coming off career highs in field goal and 3-point percentage, points per game, steals per game, and assists per game. He's going to a gritty Grizzlies team where I think the impact on defense is shown off. He's showed it off before, but even more here on this defensive-minded team. Grizzlies also a little light on the bench. That may be one of their weak points this year. So his huge impact will kind of shine even brighter in that case. So I think Ty Jerome will be my pick here. And then Colton, what do you got for your dark horse?
So I didn't go Jordan Clarkson on my dark horse, but I did put him on here because I think he is worth mentioning in a six-man of the year. You guys mentioned. I think he's worth mentioning this, assuming he comes off the bench. Maybe they do a like certain lineups, Josh Hart and Jordan Clarkson, depending upon the matchup. But I think he is worth mentioning. If he is a six-man on the Knicks, I think he could absolutely ball out and get that six-man of the year. We'll just have to wait and see. But I went with my dark horse being Bruce Brown. This is a guy returning to the Nuggets, returning to winning basketball, and a guy that I think can benefit from that and lead this bench unit as he did and very keenly did in the Nuggets championship run. And so with all of that being said, I think that could put him in position to win six-man of the year, with the Nuggets being, I think, that other team in the 1-2 conversation with the Thunder this year. With all the changes that they made. So, yeah, give me Bruce Brown as my dark horse, and don't sleep on Jordan Clarkson, but Caruso, baby.
I like it. All right, for myself, my dark horse for six-man of the year, guys. I'm looking at Jared McCain. I mean, he obviously had a meniscus tear last season, cutting his rookie campaign, but during his playing time, he averaged 15 points per game. He could show that he's a great scorer off the bench. He had 32 multiple 30-point games last season. He can take over the offense when he is given the opportunity. This guy has elite scoring. He can shoot the three ball, and he is a threat off the catch and dribble. So, yeah, I feel like in a way, if everybody can stay healthy for the Philadelphia 76ers this year, I definitely feel like McCain, he's definitely going to make some noise with the support with Maxey, George, and a couple of others on that team. But, yeah, like I said, as long as they can stay healthy, I'm definitely going to keep my eye on Jared McCain this year.
I was thinking McCain for my dark horse, honestly, but I just don't know if he'll play enough games to qualify with that UCL tear in his thumb.
Play all year at all this year?
I don't know for sure, but if he does play, he will certainly be on this list as finalist, I would say.
Absolutely.
My dark horse would be Tyus Jones. First off, I didn't think about Bruce Brown, so honestly, he probably would have been my dark horse if I did. But anyways, not stealing anybody's pick. So Tyus Jones it is.
Bruce Brown, by the way.
That's right. Tyus Jones, one of the best backup point guards, I should say, in all of basketball. So I'm really excited to see how he backs up Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs, somebody who's underutilized. So who knows? They may continue to underutilize him and go more with Tyus Jones. So that'll be even more reason for him to win this award if that's the case. Moving on now to most improved player. Colton, who you got?
It's funny that you mentioned Jalen Suggs. That's not who I picked, but it is one of the many people that came across my list. I texted Alex this. I mentioned it to Ben. This is the one I struggled for. Most of them kind of came naturally. I did a little digging and whatnot, but this one struggled. And then I looked at my own team and I was like, wait a minute, Andrew Nimhard's going to have the keys to this offense. Give me Andrew Nimhard as the most improved player. He only averaged like 10 points a game last year. So I think that's definitely about to go up. So, and the Pacers are just the home of most improved players. Vic, Paul George, Halliburton, or somebody else got it. I should know that. But yeah, give me Andrew Nimhard to be the next in the long line of most improved players to grace the Pacers. And I mean, I kind of had to give this pick. I don't know why this didn't come naturally to me, because I was talking all that crap. I don't know about on this show, but I know definitely to some friends about. I think Nimhard can have with the offense. Not necessarily. I didn't think it would be on the Pacers. I thought it'd be at another team, but I think with an offense centered around him, I thought he could have a Jalen Brunson level jump. Not all NBA, but all star. So I think he might put his name into some all star conversations this year and make that jump that we saw with Jalen Brunson becoming more of a scorer. But we'll find out one way or another what Andrew Nimhard can do this season for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Ben.
For myself, I'm looking at Edmund Thompson for the Rockets. I feel like he's expected to increase his role with the Rockets in the lineup compared to last season. I mean, the Rockets let a lot of veteran players go. I mean, Fred Vliet, excuse me,
Van Vliet
being injured. We'll give Thompson more ball handling responsibilities. His combination of athleticism, defense, and potential for more consistent shot making makes him a strong candidate for the award. And I mean, he's improved year after year. I mean, he made a significant leap last season in scoring, assists, and rebounds. More responsibility should lead to more statistical growth with a potential first-team All-Star selection on the line, and provides a great impact on the defense. He's already known as an elite defender, and which helped him earn a spot on the defensive first team in 2025. So yeah, definitely can't wait to see what this guy can do with the Rockets this season. And yeah, I feel like he's definitely gonna have a big year for sure as he goes into his third year in the NBA. So yeah, give me Thompson.
I like it. I have somebody on the Rockets as well. Give me Reed Shepard.
Ooh, that's a good one.
There we go.
No bias, but that's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, one of my dark horses that I mentioned actually that winning my award, and NBA usually awards this to stars who went from good to great. If we're being honest, and looking back at the previous winners, at least since 2012 when Ryan Anderson won it, what a legend. Uh, I think a true most improved player is crowned this year, though, in Reed Shepard, somebody who was given a short leash in the 12 minutes per game last season. With reason, he shot 35% from the floor and 33% from three. But I think he gets more freedom this season with Fran Van Vliet out. And he has shown in the preseason with 40% three-pointers on 7 threes attempted per game that he's ready to shine. So I think this is his award to win, and a true most improved player is actually crowned instead of somebody who just went from good to great that we kind of already knew about.
Yeah, that's a great point, Alex. I really dislike that shift that we made. I think it kind of started with John Morant and even a little bit before that. But that'd be a good way to come back to it if Reed Shepard can do so. I like both of your picks, honestly, for the Rockets. It's weird to say having two on the same team, but I think it really just comes down to which one fills the void left by Fred Van Vliet the best. And I see Amen Thompson as maybe better equipped to do some of the ball handling, but he's not the best shooter. Well, Reed Shepard, he showed in Kentucky, he can make a basket from behind that 3-point line a time or two.
Absolutely.
So
Yep.
It really just comes down to who gets more time in that role, who fits that role best. And I would say Amen probably would be the one I would lean to, but I was also really high on Reed Shepard when he was drafted the Rockets. I thought he was the perfect fit. I saw him more as a shooting guard than a point guard, to be honest. So we'll see. I mean, I also would say the same thing about Van Vliet. I thought he was more of a shooting guard than a point guard going into Houston too. So I can't really not that. Maybe it works out, maybe not. But I think really one of those two will probably end up at least being a candidate for it. And I see that. Reed Shepard didn't cross my list. Should have, but Emin definitely did.
Understandable. So Colton, dark horse, what do you got for it?
Actually, we're on most. Oh, wait. Never mind. I'm need sleep, I guess. Davion Mitchell is my dark horse. I had my cursor
Okay.
next to Bruce Brown, so I thought we were still on sixth man of the year for some reason. But I got Davion Mitchell. I have been given the praise of him, and it's not. I don't have any legitimate reason per se, other than I just have faith in the guy. I
He's a
just, for
dog.
whatever reason, just feel like he's going to figure it out. You were talking about Eric Spoelstra and needing to, not needing to necessarily, but he could win Coach of the Year by figuring, like, just winning with the team that is laid in front of him. Maybe that's a leap from Davion Mitchell that is able to kind of spark that, fourth or fifth seed out of the Heat this year. Not a playing team for once. So, I got Davion Mitchell as my backup, as my dark horse, and it's really just betting on a guy. I don't have like any reason. I know he's going to have a little more keys to the offense with all the changes there, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. All right. So my dark horse is Oscar Thompson for the Detroit Pistons. I feel like this is a player who has elite defensive skills. He has high-end athleticism. He can defend multiple positions. He has the opportunity to lead the break after getting a defensive rebound. This is something that should increase in his offensive production. And I feel like he will compete for an all defensive team spot this season. And I feel like with the year that the Pistons had last year, that was definitely a great start. And I just can't wait to see what Thompson can do on the squad this year. And it's definitely going to be fun to see what he can do defensively for the Pistons. But I got him as my dark horse, Thompson.
It was kind of hard for me to pick a dark horse in this category because I feel like there's so many. But um, Josh Giddey's who I went with. Somebody who I think we've been waiting, if not expecting, to take like an all-star leap, who hasn't quite done that yet. But I feel like after almost basically not getting a contract, coming back with that feeling of disrespect, I think he'll definitely want to prove himself and be ready to on a Chicago team that kind of needs a leader. So I feel like this will be the year that we'll finally see that leap from Giddy. So give me him as my dark horse.
All
I
right.
like that. I like that pick. He was somebody who was on mine. I just went with the more fun one, I guess, with Nemhard. But I like that. I think Giddey's a talented player. That I obviously was a big fan of him, early on in his career, and I think he's got what it takes to lead the team, be the point guard. So I do like that take.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Definitely.
so this one may be unanimous, but let's still go through it. Rookie of the year, Colton, who you got?
Rookie of the year. Oh, I thought DPOY. I put my notes in differently.
Oh, my bad.
Actually, it's not unanimous. I have Trey Johnson. I understand everyone's takes on Cooper Flag. I don't know how he fits on the Mavs to start. I don't know what that team's going to look like to start. I also have not been his biggest fan. I'm not a hater. I think he will be an outstanding NBA player and even an all-star. I don't see the top of the league potential. I'm not saying Trey Johnson necessarily has that, but I think Trey Johnson is in a better position, better equipped to start his career off with close to 20 points a game, 15, 20 points a game or whatever, playing on the Wizards, putting up empty stats, sure, but I think that's going to give him the nod over Cooper Flag at the end of the year. Cooper Flag is obviously up for that, but I'm going Trey Johnson as my rookie of the year. That's probably maybe some dark horse picks. However, that's mine.
Respect it, Ben.
Absolutely. All right, so my rookie of the year, guys. I got Cooper Flag, our first overall pick in the NBA draft. Outstanding Duke player, of course, but his immediate two-way impact. He has an immediate two-way impact. He will get a lot of playing time for the Dallas Mavericks. He has potential to be a third option on the team. He's expected to contribute, to be a scorer, a rebounder, and a playmaker. He's expected to be one of the best defenders for the Mavericks this season. He can score, he can facilitate, making him a tough player to defend. He has the ability to pull up from three-point range, and finishes well in transition. Provides to be an offensive threat. Will likely start at the beginning of the season, but I feel like with him getting that role with the Mavericks, possibly on his way to starting, I feel like that's going to show everybody what he's capable of as a starter. And yeah, I feel like the future's bright for the rookie for sure on how he will adapt, what he'll bring to this Maverick squad. But yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to watch. And yeah, I feel good about Cooper Flag's chances on winning Rookie of the Year. So yeah, I got the number one pick.
Well, I got Amari Williams. Just kidding, Cooper Flag. Unless Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper go crazy, I think this almost becomes a unanimous Rookie of the Year win at that. Flag has already shown that he has much watched TV in the preseason, so I think he doesn't really shrink under pressure, and there's a lot of pressure for him to be great this season, especially maybe from Nico Collins, who luckily got this pick, but there's a lot of pressure for him to be the next big thing in Dallas for some reason. I don't know why, but
Can't imagine.
yeah, I think he will live up to those expectations. Maybe not exceed them in the first year, obviously, but I do think he will live up to the Rookie of the Year prohibitive favorite he already is.
Mhm.
So, Colton, who you have as your dark horse?
Yeah, don't worry. I just want to be different with the Trey Johnson pick. But as my dark horse, I got VJ Edgecombe. Maybe it's because I just love the guy, but I mean, I could see him. I could see the Sixers becoming a wild, wild west if things don't go or go the way they typically do in Philly.
Yeah.
So by month 2, we could see him getting Jared McCain numbers, and if he gets Jared McCain numbers, we're talking about a definitely at least a Rookie of the Year candidate. And so, uh, yeah, love VJ. So I'm gonna put him as my dark horse.
All right.
Ben.
Good pick. Good pick. For myself, my dark horse for Rookie of the Year, guys, I got Dylan Harper. I feel like he's definitely a player that's fun to watch. Watched a little bit of his highlights. He has elite athleticism. He has great speed. He has the ability to get by defenders. He makes smart plays and decisions. He has a calm demeanor and poise. He's very poised under pressure. He's an offensive threat, and he can effectively attack the paint and create scoring chances for himself and for his teammates. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see what Harper can do this year for the Spurs. I mean, he was a stud, obviously, in college. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to watch him to see how he'll develop with the Spurs. But yeah, I got Dylan Harper as my dark horse for Rookie of the Year.
Funny enough, my dark horse, also Colton, is VJ Edgecombe. I was really high on him going into college. May not panned out like everybody had hoped, but I think he might even bring that into NBA with kind of the chip on his shoulder. So he's going to be ready, I think, to prove that he is an elite wing or can be at least. And I think the writing's kind of on the wall that Paul George is getting out of Philadelphia. So I think that means even more minutes and even more opportunity for VJ to show that he can be elite. And especially if McCain's out for an extended period of time, all those minutes are just going to VJ. So this may be a dark horse, but he may end up second. We'll see.
Yep. Good point. Good
Uh,
point.
But next we have Defensive Player of the Year. Colton, who you got?
This is where I thought we were going before. Victor Wembanyama. I don't think I have to say too much. Just watch a little highlight reel. It's all you got to do. Like, yeah, just gotta stay healthy. Is all.
Yep. 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 My defensive player of the year is also Victor Wembanyama. I mean he's always puts up elite defensive numbers. He led the league in blocks last season. He has the ability to change the game on both ends of the floor, making him the most dominant defender in the NBA. His blocks can lead to steals and fast break points for the Spurs. He had a great season last year, was cut short because of a blood clot injury, limiting him to playing only 46 games. But in a way, I feel like he should have won it last year if he was fully healthy. I mean, he was having a great season last year up until his injury. But yeah, I feel like going into year 3, he's going to be motivated to make a comeback. He will show people why he is the favorite to win this award and show why he is the best defender in the NBA. And the Spurs have built a more well-rounded team, so which will translate to a better team defense and which will give him a boost to try to win the award. But yeah, I mean, overall, if he could just stay healthy, he's definitely going to win this award for sure. So give me Wemby for Defensive Player of the Year.
Finally, we're unanimous. It is Wemby for me as well. Uh, the first rookie ever to be named to the All Defensive First Team. Would have led the leagues in blocks his first 2 seasons. Unfortunately, I don't think it technically counted last season since he didn't play all those games. But averages 11 rebounds per game as well. So closes out possessions. I don't think rebounding numbers get talked about enough in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation because those possessions need to be closed out, and Wemby is definitely doing that. He averages a steal per game as well, which is very impressive from that center position. But I'm really excited to see how many Defensive Player of the Year uh, awards he wins because that means the reign of terror from Rudy Gobert is finally over. So I'm so excited for Wemby. Please stay healthy so you can take all those Defensive Player of the Year awards from him.
Definitely,
They
definitely.
should just be transferred from Rudy to Vic
Honestly.
if it doesn't end up happening, but it'll end up happening.
Yeah.
Uh, Colton, who you got as your dark horse?
My dark horse, I'm gonna go with the guy who finished second last year, Dyson Daniels. I think Evan Mobley is easily like there as well, but you're really only there if Vic does not play a full season. So Dyson Daniels was the second best, if not. I kind of argued he was the best defender in the NBA just because how hard it is for him to do what he was doing at the guard position. I think isn't talked about enough. But I wasn't like crying because Evan Mobley won. It was one of those deals. I wasn't mad at that, but I was a Dyson Daniels lover there, mostly because I think I predicted his MIP. But still, Dyson Daniels, great season. I think the Hawks team's only going to get better, which gives him more legitimacy in this conversation. And so, yeah, the defense will hopefully get better because that was an issue with them last season. So if that happens, that helps his case as well. But he doesn't have one if Victor Wembanyama still exists. So
Yeah.
best of luck to you, Mr. Daniels.
Ben.
Yeah, I got Dyson Daniel. Dyson Daniel is my dark horse as well. I mean, he has great on-ball disruption. He's elite. He has elite off-ball activity. Excels forcing turnovers. Brings full court pressure, and was named to the 2025 All NBA Defensive Team. And yeah, definitely feel like he's definitely going to be a player to watch this season to see what he can do on defense. And yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see what he can do with the Hawks this year. So yeah, give me Dyson Daniel for my dark horse.
I like it. I wish I would have did so we could have been unanimous again, but I didn't. I went with a little bit more of a biased pick. For mine, I went with Anthony Davis, somebody who
Okay.
was cheated out of many Defensive Player of the Years because the aforementioned Gobert. Anyways, not mad about that still. I think Dallas is going to need a lot of help on defense. So somebody that can lock down the paint like we all know Davis can, and he can guard the perimeter as well whenever he needs to. Hopefully, he's not in too many of those situations when he needs to, because that could lead to injury and things. But AD can shut down anybody on any part of the court. So
Mhm.
big difference from that other guy. But I do think Anthony Davis, if anybody is beating Wemby, which they're not, it should be and will be Anthony Davis.
All right.
And
I
then
like it.
the one we've all been waiting for, MVP.
All
Colton, who
right.
you got?
So pretty well up into defensive player of the year, I was doing some critical thinking behind my decisions, and then DPOY I gave to Vic. That was easy, and I'm gonna just keep it without the critical thinking here for MVP. I think it's Nikola Jokic. I absolutely am here to field the SGA back-to-back conversations because they'll be there and it'll be possible. But I think Jokic is going to grab yet another. I think this Nuggets team is really good, like first in the West, good. And I think the team around Jokic getting better just makes his case even stronger because that's the thing that last season his team was pretty weak. I mean, they're not they got to the playoffs and they looked a lot better, but throughout the regular season, there were some questions around that team for sure.
Yeah.
And even the season before that as well, especially. But I think this team is going to be strong. There's going to be he's going to have more opportunities to facilitate the ball, and I think he gets yet another his fourth MVP, or are we at
Fourth.
fifth? Fourth. Okay.
Fourth.
We're not quite at fifth. I think four's about the cap. So I
Yeah.
think he reaches that cap here, stamping his making his mark on this decade. And Yeah, but I'm more Logan. I'm more than happy to also say SGA. We'll see.
Yep.
Ben.
But yeah, for my MVP, I mean, it's up in the air though. I mean, there's guys like Jokic, SVG or SGA, excuse me, that could
Let's switch
potentially
from
win it. But
NASCAR back to basketball.
yeah, yeah, yep. This is a basketball podcast, not a NASCAR podcast. But yeah, for my MVP, just like you, Colton, I'm going with the Joker as well. I mean, this guy is in the prime of his career. He has always put up elite individual stats. He has the ability to make his teammates better. He's won 3 MVP awards and finished runner up twice in the last 5 seasons. And he averaged a triple double last season. He was top 3 in all 3 categories in scoring, rebounds, assists. I mean, this guy can do it all. But yeah, I feel like he will lead the Nuggets to the Western Conference Finals this season. And yeah, I feel like Denver. They definitely added front court depth and outside shooting to help Jokic out. One of the best rosters Jokic has had in his career. I mean, but yeah, if he ends up winning it, like we talked about, it'll be his 4th, and he'll be joining LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as players who have won the MVP 4 times. So yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a big year for Denver and Jokic as well. So as long as he's on the floor, staying healthy, he can really contribute to this Denver team to see if they can try to make a run at the Western Conference Finals. So yeah, give me Jokic for my MVP.
Yeah, it's probably going to be Jokic, and he's already kind of cemented himself as the upper echelon of players of all time. You can't talk about the NBA anymore without talking about Nikola Jokic. But I want to see somebody who hasn't won it. So obviously, no bias here. I went with Luka Doncic.
Hmm.
Uh, LeBron has been ruled out for the start of the season and probably many, many weeks into the season because he's 89. Luka is proving that Dallas made a mistake, even if it isn't the most obvious thing to ever happen. He has lob threats in Aiton and Jackson Hayes, which I'm excited about because Luka plays so much better when he has lob threats. And then shooters around him in Reeves, Jake Laravia, Rui, and Connect if he can play well. JJ didn't play him too much last season, but maybe that'll change this season. And Marcus Smart sometimes can hit a shot or two. So I think it's a perfect cast around Luca. So I think if there's every year for him to do it, for him to prove that he is the MVP that some people have said he should have won in previous years, I think it's this year when he's basically got the keys to the Lakers.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Manifest the destiny you want to see happen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So who do you have as your dark horse, Colton?
You kind of talked me into Luka Doncic, low key, because he was on my dark horse list, short list. But I'm gonna go with Jalen Brunson. I mean, that's a dark horse.
Yeah.
That's a very dark
Mhm.
horse right there, and
Yep.
nobody's really talking about that. But I think Knicks get the 1 seed if Brunson averages 30 points a game. I don't know if that's really going to happen because of the way Mike Brown's offense typically is, but it could. If that's the case, if Jokic and SGA for whatever reason aren't necessary, or maybe there's some fatigue around that conversation, that could open up Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell, and Jalen Brunson, the guy I picked. Why can I think of him for a second? One of those people to maybe jump their way in, but very, very long shot at the dark horse. But that's what dark horse is for. I look like an idiot now, but if I'm right, I'm right, and I get to make
It's big
fun of
time.
everybody. If I'm wrong, it was a dark horse pick. So
Yep.
get out of here.
Ben.
Yep. All right. So my dark horse pick for MVP. I mean, I was doing a lot of research, but I'm going with Cade Cunningham. I mean, I feel like he can be a dark
Ooh,
horse. Yeah.
that's a dark horse.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, I feel like Cunningham, he can definitely be a dark horse if he improves his game, especially with his shooting and his finishing at the rim. And yeah, if he also leads the team, the Pistons, I should say, excuse me, to a winning record. But yeah, I feel like ever since Cunningham got to Detroit, I feel like he's one of the most underrated point guards in the league. I'm sure a lot of people can agree to that. But yeah, I mean, Detroit, they shocked the world last season. by going to the playoffs. And I mean, Cunningham, he definitely played a significant role on making that happen. I mean, definitely definitely what a great turnaround for sure. But yeah, I think the question is for the Pistons, like what can they do to build off that momentum? And yeah, I feel like in a way they're definitely going to be stronger. But yeah, they're definitely a team that I'm keeping my eye on to see what Cade Cunningham can do to try to improve a little bit. But yeah, I feel like he's definitely, like I said, he's one of the most underrated point guards, and looking forward to see what he can do with the Pistons this year. Because yeah, I definitely believe in Cade Cunningham for sure.
I'm looking
That's
up the
bold. I
Cade
like it.
Cunningham odds right now. I like it. I think
That'll win
really
you some
like
money.
Cade Cunningham at its peak is an MVP candidate. I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah.
I maybe would have kept the dark horse pick in my chamber a couple more years, but I love it, Ben. I love it. Like
Mhm.
it's like I said, if it doesn't hit yet, it's a dark horse pick. If it hits, Ben, you're a genius, which we already know that from all your predictions. So let me just find the odds on that, and you're going to make me a
Thanks.
very rich man, aren't you?
And mine, I feel like, is an inevitable MVP pick, but maybe not one quite this year. Give me Victor Wembanyama for this. I think he's just been working on his offense. His defense doesn't need much help, obviously.
No.
So I think this whole offseason has been dedicated to his offensive game. And obviously, as we've seen, getting his body right and his mind right as he's been chilling with the monks and things. So I think he's squared away on all fronts. So I think he's going to be one of the scariest players in the league. He may not win MVP this year, but it's coming soon. And that's why he's my dark horse here.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
that's a dark horse pick I had in the chamber. Like that was one I've thought about putting out there, but I'm gonna wait till next year when we are officially tired of the SGA and Jokic conversation, and Vic has another year under his belt. Mark my words, that'll probably be my dark horse that year.
I like it. Well,
Yep.
that will do it for our preseason NBA awards predictions. Now we're going to move on to Foul or Flop, where we're going a different route this week. We're giving our NBA hot takes for this upcoming season, and then we're going to review whether it's foul and we have a point, or flop and we're selling baloney. So, Ben, you want to go first?
Yeah. So my hot take this week will be Jason Tatum will not play this season. What do you guys think about that?
I'm gonna go with foul. Yeah, I think that's pretty well. I think by the time Jason Tatum is available to play, I don't think the Celtics will really be in any. I mean, I think they can still be in contention. So I don't know, like what's the line? If they're a 6 seed, Tatum probably comes back. I guess if they're in the play-in, does he really need to come back for that? I don't know. I just don't quite know where the line is, but I would side with foul on that. I think it's more likely than not.
I
Gotcha.
would also say foul. I don't think he comes back this season, but if he does, it's only because they're in title contention, and there's so many good teams at the top. It would be hard to kind of mesh yourself back in after
Yeah.
an injury and just to compete with those teams at the top because it's going to be pretty tough to get through those teams. So I don't see any reason that he needs to come back. Just kind of tank or be average at best so they can get another great player in the draft and continue to build.
Celtics aren't
Yeah.
good at drafting or anything.
Colton, what you got?
For me, I kind of alluded to it earlier. I think the Thunder will win over 70 games. I think they're going to give the Warriors a run. I mean, this really just feels like the Warriors when they got their first championship kept everybody pretty well intact, and 2 games short for the Thunder last year, and I think they will make a run for at least 70. I won't go on the record saying 74. Logan may either he'll kill me because I jinxed him, or he'll love me forever. So we'll see. But yeah, I think the Thunder. That's my hot take. Winning 70 games this year.
Ben?
Yeah, I definitely like that for sure. I mean they're basically bringing back everybody from that championship season, and yeah, as long as SGA is playing like he did last year at an MVP type level, and defense continues to impress, yeah, I feel like if everybody contributes on the court, even on the bench as well, I could definitely see the Thunder getting to 70 wins. So yeah, I like that for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's a foul for me as well. Who did they lose this offseason? Nobody, maybe the 11th man. I think they'll be okay without them. Chemistry just continues to get better on an already all-time great defense, and the offense is pretty good too. They've proven that, and the big players got their money. So I don't think
Yep,
anybody's really unhappy on this team. So the power of friendship will see them through. I think they'll get to 70 wins. I think that's a good call.
for sure.
And then mine, I did not plan going in to be so Victor Wembanyama heavy, but my hot take is Victor Wembanyama will have the first quadruple double since David Robinson. I think he is already a statistical anomaly, and I think he will do it again. Somebody's got to do it. Why not him?
Foul. Yeah, give me a foul on that. I think maybe it doesn't happen this year, but at least somewhere, sometime in his career, I think it definitely will happen.
Yeah, it felt for me too. I mean, as long as the guy stays healthy. I mean, even though if it doesn't happen this year, like you said, Colton, I definitely feel like sometime in his career he'll eventually get it. But yeah, I'm going foul on this one.
Cool, cool. All right, well, that will do it for this special edition of Fowler Flop. Now we're going to move on to our conference finals as well as our finals predictions. Colton, who you got?
All right, I'm gonna do both East and West here.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So for my East, I have New York and Cleveland. I did do a dark horse for this one as well as potentially New York and Atlanta. Atlanta was one I thought about a hot take on them as well, but I think that's really the only other team I'm feeling right now. I could totally change after 82 games. And in the West, I have Denver versus Oklahoma City as the one I'm going down on. Minnesota, I think, is the other one that could put their name in that conversation. Just depends on how all the seeding shakes up, how that goes. But Denver and OKC, New York and Cleveland. That is what I got. And then I have, well, actually, I'll save that.
All right,
All
conference
right.
finals. What you got, Ben?
All right. So starting off in the Eastern Conference Finals, gentlemen, I also got New York, the New York Knicks, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, I mean, New York, they obviously made the Eastern Conference Finals last season, losing to Indiana. But during that time, though, I mean, they were a top five offense in the league. But now with Mitchell Robinson healthy and the addition of Jordan Clarkson, I feel like this Knicks team, they're definitely going to be deeper and they're definitely going to be contenders in the NBA for sure. And just ramble on Cleveland here real quick. They have a strong defensive system. They have great star power. They have great roster depth, and which has led to them being one of the best teams in the East last season. And they were a top 10 defense last year. And I feel like with the addition of Lonzo Ball, that boosts their defensive capabilities. And Evan Mobley, of course, is known as one of the best defensive players in the NBA today. And definitely can't sleep on Mitchell and Garland. I mean, two dynamic point guards provides great offensive attack, and they have the ability to get to the basket and create for their teammates. So, yeah, I got the Cavs and the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Moving on to the West, I got Oklahoma City. This team returns their whole core from last season. But I mean, Jalen Williams, he was injured during their playoff run last year, but I feel like he's going to be much better this year. And SGA, of course, will continue to perform at an MVP level. I mean, the best scorer from last season. This defense is going to be fun to watch again. But overall, if they could just stay healthy, they definitely have a chance on going back to back for sure. And then Denver, I got the Nuggets. The Pacers were not only the only team to take OKC to Game 7. I mean, Denver gave OKC a challenge last season in the playoffs, but yeah, this is another team that has more depth around to their roster. I mean, around Jokic, they have Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway Jr. and Cameron Johnson gives Denver more flexibility. Jokic is the best big man, of course, in the NBA, and that offense will continue to be elite with Jokic as a leader. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be fun to see these squads go at it this year. Can't wait to see what they're about this season. But yeah, those are my finals predictions, or Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals predictions.
Yeah, I think this could be one of the most wide open years in terms of Playoff standings, I don't think it's as wide open as who gets to the conference finals and then the finals. My Eastern Conference Finals is as well the Knicks and the Cavs. They proved they are elite last year. They just got better this offseason. Uh, DeAndre Hunter for the Cavs is a piece that I feel like that was underutilized. I feel like they will utilize him more and become even that much more dangerous. And in the Western Conference Finals, the Nuggets and the Thunder, we talked about it. The Thunder are the same group with more chemistry. They're going to be there. And the Nuggets, you have the person who could be MVP every year with a whole list of talent around him. So I don't imagine him not getting to the Western Conference Finals. So Colton, who you got in your finals?
In my finals, I have the New York Knicks going up against the Denver Nuggets. I think the Nuggets will they probably push the Thunder to 7 games again, but win it in 7 games this time around. And I think you look at that series. I always like you could just tell Denver was outmatched, but regardless, they still push them. They are even better this year. Is the roster talent as deep as OKC? No, but I mean the Pacers were able to push them to 7 games as well. They're not perfect. The Thunder can be beaten, and I think the Nuggets will get it done this year to face off against the New York Knicks. And do I say who I think wins or do I wait?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Go right ahead. Give me the Nuggets. I think I already said before, so you spoiled it for you guys. But the first team of this decade to win 2 championships. It's been a different champion every year, and the Nuggets are going to buck that trend. I love the moves they made. Really, the only question mark and thing that could nip me in the butt here is if their head coach, who we saw a limited amount of, isn't maybe sometimes the limited looks better and then we get to a full season and it doesn't work out as well. I do that is a shaky. That is definitely something to worry about, but I'm going to look past it based on the talent on this team and based on what he did look like in that limited time. And I'm going to say that the Nuggets get it done. Their second championship, defeating the Knicks. I could really see it being easy. I could see it being in 5 games. I could also see it going to 7, either way. But I think this is the year that the Knicks finally break through. But there's a curse, so they don't get it done. That makes it easier for the Nuggets. And yeah, give me the Nugs with probably. I mean, Jamal Murray Finals MVP is something that I could hear one day, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take the safe option and say Jokic Finals MVP.
All right.
Ben.
I like it. I like it. But yeah, my NBA Finals guys, I'm going with OKC and the New York Knicks. I mean, when you look at these two squads this year, I mean, they're going to be fun to watch offensively, of course. I mean, lots of star power, a lot of depth on both sides, and especially with OKC's defense. I mean, they definitely bring a lot of depth going into this season, and as long as they can stay healthy, I can definitely see them potentially going back to back. But and also with the Knicks defense, though, I feel like just looking at their offseason, what they've done, I feel like that defense is definitely going to be much more improved. I mean, they had added more depth, and it'll be interesting to see what Mike Brown does as a leader, taking over as head coach for the Knicks, and to see if they can try to make that championship run. But yeah, I mean, overall, though, that's definitely going to be a fun final series to watch if possible. But yeah, I feel like my NBA champion, I mean, it's debatable, but I'm going to have to go with OKC in this one. I feel like I said, as long as they stay healthy, I mean, they literally brought everybody back. Everybody got paid this offseason. So, yeah, as long as they can stay healthy and be as consistent as they were last year, I definitely see them going back to back. So, yeah, give me OKC over the New York Knicks for my NBA champion.
Nice. I have the finals being the Nuggets and the Knicks. The Knicks, I think, are deeper. Well, I do like the Cavs starters more in that Eastern Conference Finals. I think the Knicks are deeper, so I think they will advance there just behind that. And I think the Nuggets defeat the Thunder. The Thunder obviously are the deepest team in the league, but there's something to be said about the best player being on the court, your best guy going against my best guy, and Nikola Jokic wins just about every time. He's got a great cast around him. The Thunder are deep, but obviously the Nuggets are. This is one of the most deep teams they've ever had, especially during that Jokic era. So I think they will advance to the finals. And then I think the Nuggets defeat the Knicks based solely based on experience. Really, these are two deep teams, and the Nuggets have been here before. They know what it takes to win, and the Knicks haven't really had prosperity in the playoffs. As we all know, the Liberty are the most recent New York team to win any type of major championship in sports in New York. So the Knicks are a long way from prosperity in the playoffs, so they will start to figure out what that looks like. And I think that cost them a championship here as the Nuggets win. And Colton, I agree. I think it's not many games, five, maybe six. And Nikola Jokic wins Finals MVP as well. I did forget to mention that if there's a dark horse in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think it's the Raptors. I really like
Ooh.
I really like that starting lineup a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That could you could have had a hot take on that team if you wanted. I would have liked to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll join the Wemby fan club. Anyways, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, I should have thought about that for a hot take as well. I mean, we talked about it last week. I definitely feel like Toronto, they can definitely make some noise. I mean, as long as they can stay healthy with Scotty Barnes, quickly, Barrett, a couple others to go well with that defense that they got coming in. Yeah, I feel like Toronto, they're definitely going to make a lot of noise. But as long as they stay healthy, they're going to be just fine for sure.
Yeah, definitely wanted to put that out there. I am high on them this season for sure.
Mhm.
But that will do it for our finals predictions. Now it's time for our NBA pick'em. No longer the WNBA pick'em, as the NBA season is set to
Oh,
start.
yes.
Where we pick our winners of the biggest games of the week in the NBA. Old heads rejoice as basketball is back on NBC for opening night, and that is where we focus on for this week's picks. The first game, 7:30 on NBC, is Rockets at Thunder. Colton, who you got?
Man, I mean, I kind of have to go in the direction of OKC, right? If they're going to win 70 plus games, and they ought to win game one, huh? And so I'm gonna go with them. They got the championship ceremony, they got all of that, so I don't see any reason why not. The Rockets will be interesting to see how they start off the season with all the movement and the missing Fred Van Vliet. How does KD perform? But I think at the end of the day, the Thunder are running it back with the same squad, and the Rockets have a little bit of learning to do with all their new pieces. So give me the Thunder to reign supreme.
I
Ben.
like it. Yeah, I'm definitely going Thunder as well. I mean, if they're going to get to at least 70 wins, I mean, they got to win the first one, of course. So yeah, I feel like with everybody coming back, that defense is definitely going to be fun to watch tomorrow night. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Rockets do. I mean, with what they did this offseason. I mean, with how KD will develop with that squad, of course. But I feel like that Thunder defense, they're definitely going to show up tomorrow night, and I feel like they're going to limit the Rockets. So give me OKC, the defending champs, to get it done on opening night for the NBA.
Yeah, give me the Thunder as well. I know the ring ceremony is a bit of an emotional thing, and it's hard to kind of lock yourself back into that game. But I think the Thunder will have no troubles doing that. As we've mentioned before, the Rockets will have to figure out how to incorporate KD and figure out who's handling the ball for them with Fran Van Vliet out. And they have to do that first against the best defense in the league. Good luck to you. Yeah, I think the Thunder win this one maybe easily. I hope it's good since it's opening night, but I think it's rather easily. Second one, 10 o'clock. Warriors at Lakers. Colton, who you got?
I got the Warriors because they got Seth Curry. Oh, wait, no, I'm just kidding. Uh, I got the Lakers. I still got to see it with this Warriors team. I'm very unsure of what they're going to look like. I know they got Steph Curry. Steph Curry will be Steph Curry, but Steph Curry can only get so far. And I think the Lakers with Luka Doncic leading the way probably have the best player on the floor, and Steph Curry. It's weird to say that with Steph Curry on the floor, and he can definitely make me wrong on a night-to-night basis. But I think throughout the season, it's Luka Doncic here, and seeing how Luka plays with all the pieces, and sometimes it can be a little easier just to play without having to worry about sharing the ball with LeBron. So I think that the Lakers get the job done. but Steph Curry any given night can just prove you wrong easily. So,
Yep.
but
Yeah, I mean,
Ben.
it's definitely going to be a fun matchup between Golden State and Los Angeles Lakers, of course. But yeah, I'm going Lakers as well. I feel like Luka, he's definitely going to be the difference. I mean, when I view this game, I view it as Steph Curry versus Luka Doncic. I mean, two elite point guards going at it, and but yeah, because like you said, Colton, Doncic is the best player on the floor. I feel like in a way that's going to be the difference maker. So yeah, I'm feeling the Lakers in this one because I definitely think that Luka, he's going to go off, and like I said, he's going to be the difference maker. So give me Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm really worried about the start of the season, especially kind of undetermined how long LeBron's going to be out. It'll give JJ a chance to really prove if he's the coach everybody hopes he is, at least in Lakers fans' eyes. And then the Warriors have failed Steph. There's no really cast around him. They even waived his brother. They say he's
oh,
coming
they
back
did.
when, yeah,
Yeah.
they say he's coming back
Don't
when they
stand a
have the money
chance.
for it, little IOU type thing on a piece of paper. But yeah, so we don't even get the literal Splash Brothers in this one. So they deserve to lose by 50. Give me the Lakers by a lot in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
without
then
Seth Curry, they got nothing.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Supinger, a great fan of the Warriors, said that they waived him because they were worried he would steal all of Steph's records. Which that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that's a great point.
And now it's time to pick our shooting star, where we pick our baller of the week. Uh, Ben, you want to go first?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, during the NBA preseason, as I was doing research today, a lot of players stood out to me, but I'm leaning towards Michael Porter Jr. I mean, he averaged 18.8 points per game in the preseason. I mean, he shot 56% from the field, shot 50% from 3-point range. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be the start of something special for Michael Porter Jr. I mean, he proved it in Denver, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what he can do this year. So yeah, give me Michael Porter Jr. as my shooting star of the week.
Cool.
My shooting star is going to my rookie of the year dark horse, VJ Edgecombe. 26 points in a win over the Timberwolves in a preseason matchup. So shout out to him. Great start to hopefully what translates into the regular season. And yeah, go for it. Shout out Maxey also having 27 in that game. Nice to see them both eating in the preseason. Hopefully that stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely think that will follow through in the regular season. Mine is my most improved player, Reed Shepard, for the reasons I mentioned. Uh, Shot 40% from seven 3-point attempts, average during the preseason. Uh, it looks like he's ready and set to be a big part of this offense this year. And if not, Houston has a problem because they have no guards. So good luck to them if not. But Reed Shepard, you get the shooting star this week. Congrats.
That's all he
But
needs.
Yep.
yeah, that will get him through for sure. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Restricted Area Podcast. Thanks to Colton and Ben for being on. Follow the show's YouTube at CX Restricted Area and follow the CX crew on all socials at CX Pod Network. You can follow me on Twitter at The Wheel Deal and Colton at Colt_45. That's three T's, by the way. And Ben, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Ben Miller PXP.
Awesome. So thank you all for listening and watching. And until next week, be smooth.